Today we are going to be making an adorable Easter chick, and I am going to be using a DK chenille yarn and a 3mm hook. We are going to be starting off with our body of our chick first, and for this you are going to need to start with a magic ring. Now, because I'm using a chenille type yarn, I am going to start with 8 double crochet in UK terms, or 8 single crochet in US terms, stitches in our magic ring. Now, the reason for this is so that our top of our amigurumi does not start to point up and it looks more rounded. So you are going to work 8 double crochet UK terms or 8 single crochet US terms into your magic ring. Now, if you struggle with your magic rings, I recently released a chenille yarn video with lots of tips in there, particularly one for using chenille yarn and a magic ring. But for this video, for our little chickie, you are going to work 8 double crochet UK terms or 8 single crochet US terms into your magic ring. Don't worry, I will be popping all of the instructions, the written instructions, on the screen, and what I will do is when I have told you the instructions, I will tell you to pause the video, you complete the round, and then come back, unpause the video, and we'll go through the next steps together. So this is that time. If you complete 8 double crochet UK terms or 8 single crochet US terms and then come back. So you have your 8 stitches, and now we are going to increase into every stitch. So that's 2 double crochet UK terms or 2 single crochet US terms into every stitch, and that is going to give us 16 stitches at the end. So you're just going to put 2 stitches into every stitch from the previous round. It's that elusive time. Pause the video here, get your 16 stitches, and then come back when you're ready to start the next round. So that is round 2 complete, and what we're going to do now is we're going to do a double crochet increase or single crochet increase US terms, and we're going to repeat that pattern around, and this is going to give us 24 stitches. As always, at the beginning of the round I just seem to struggle a little bit, but we're going to do 1 double crochet increase UK terms or 1 single crochet increase US terms all the way around, and that is going to give us 24 stitches. So what I will do is I will let you pause the video, complete the round for 24 stitches, and then come back when you're ready and we will do the next steps together. So that is our round completed. So we've got 24 stitches, and now we're going to do 3 double crochet increase UK terms or 3 single crochet increase US terms, and that is going to give us 30 stitches. So it's going to be a stitch, stitch, stitch increase, and that's the pattern you're going to work in. So follow it along. If you need to sort of go back and then repeat, but you're going to do stitch, 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 increase all the way around, and there will be 6 repetitions of that. Just do what its instructions are indicated on the screen. If you have any troubles, let me know in the comments below. Pause the video here, do your round for 30 stitches, and then come back when you're ready to do the next steps. So the next round is going to be a 4 double crochet increase in UK terms or 4 single crochet increase in US terms. So basically what that means is you're going to do stitch, 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 and then an increase, so 2 stitches into the next. And you're going to repeat that around, and at the end of that round you're going to have 36 stitches. So instructions will be on the screen. Do your 4 double crochet UK terms or 4 single crochet US terms and then increase. Pause the video, come back here when you're done, and we will work up the next round. So this is what our shape looks like so far. We have 1 more increase round, and then we will build up the body a little bit by adding some rounds of double crochet UK terms or single crochet US terms. But for now, for this one, we are going to do 5 stitches and then an increase. So 5 double crochet UK terms or 5 single crochet US terms and then an increase stitch. And that is going to give us 42 stitches at the end of the round. So basically what that means is we're going to do stitch, 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 and then an increase, and that will give us 42 stitches at the end of the round. Make sure you're using a stitch marker. If you have any questions, please do drop them in the comments below. And if you're enjoying this pattern so far, pop a like on this video, pause the video here, and come back when you are ready to start the next round. So we are on to our final decrease round, and for this round we are going to do 6 double crochet UK turns or 6 single crochet US turns and then an increase. So that's going to be 6 stitches and then an increase, and this is our final increase round, and it is going to give us 48 stitches. So 6 double crochet UK turns or 6 single crochet US turns and then an increase, and that is going to give you 48 stitches. Pause the video here and meet me back at the next instruction when you are ready. And that, my friends, is the final increase round, and you're getting what's looking to be a little bit of a dome or the top of our chick's head. So what we're going to do now is we are going to just do 9 rounds of your standard double crochet UK turns or single crochet US turns, all the way around, just 1 stitch into every stitch around for 9 rounds. And this is going to elongate our little chick's body. So I'm going to let you pause and do your 9 rounds. Again, if you have any comments or any questions, do leave me a comment on this video. If you're enjoying your little chicks so far or are super excited to see how they turn out, also please chuck a like on this video. And I cannot wait for you to pop on his wings and his beak and his feet and really just have your own little cutie ready for Easter and all year round. So pause the video, get your 9 rounds in, and I will meet you back here when you have a long chick body and we're ready to close him and start working on his little accessories. So this is what your chick's body is going to look like. And now what we're going to do is start our decrease rounds. And we're just going to do a reverse of our increase round. So we're going to start our decrease round with 6 double crochet UK turns or 6 single crochet US turns and then a decrease. You can do your decrease in one of 2 ways. You can do the invisible decrease or you can do the standard decrease. Personally, I don't really think it matters. I've done a reel on Instagram just highlighting how when you're using plushy yarn you can't really see the decreases anyway, but it's personal preference. If you want to use the invisible decrease, that's fine. So like I say, go for 6 double crochet UK turns or 6 single crochet US turns and then decrease, and you are going to have 42 stitches at the end of this decrease round. Pause the video here and meet me back at the next round when you are ready. Alrighty, so we have our first decrease round in the bag. I am going to add a stitch marker now. I personally like to count up when I'm doing my increase rounds, but counting down is just a whole different ball game when you're trying to film and all of that good stuff as well. So I will be putting a stitch marker in. Again, personal preference. Some people like to count, some people don't. For the next round, we will be doing 5 double crochet UK turns or 5 single crochet US turns and then a decrease. And that is going to give us 36 stitches. So that's 5 double crochet UK turns or 5 single crochet US turns and then a decrease, and that is going to give us 36 stitches. So pause the video here, get your next decrease round in the bag and then come back for the next steps. Okay, so next decrease round time, and this time we are going to work 4 stitches and then decrease. So 4 double crochet UK turns or 4 single crochet US turns and then a decrease stitch, and that is going to give us 30 stitches at the end of this round. We will add our eyes and start stuffing very soon, but for now we're just going to work on this 4 stitches and then a decrease all the way around for 30 stitches at the end of the round. You know the drill by now. Pause the video here, Complete this round and then meet me back here when you are ready for the next steps. Alrighty, so it is time to add our eyes. Now this is what you should have so far, and I am going to use these little kawaii eyes that I got from Temu. If you would like to see my latest Temu haul, I will leave the video linked in the description down below. And I am going to pop my eyes into my little chick, and we're going to pop them in round about rows 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So between rows 8 and 9, roughly 8 or 9 stitches apart. It's completely up to you when it comes to eyes. I think going down between rows 8 and 9 will give you a decent placement. If you want them closer together or even wider apart, eyes really are a personal preference. I like to have them quite a wide set because I think it gives it more of a kawaii look. But it's completely up to you. Once you've popped your eyes in, secure your backs, and then we will start to stuff and do our extra decrease rounds as well. So you just want to make sure when you're stuffing your chick, you are stuffing little and often. Don't be one of those people that just shoves a big old clump in there and thinks that's okay. And stuff as firmly as you would like, and then we will do some more decrease rounds and then just stuff as you go following this. So our next decrease round is going to be a 3 double crochet UK terms or 3 single crochet US terms and then decrease, and that is going to give us 24 stitches at the end of the round. So 3 double crochet UK terms or 3 single crochet US terms, decrease a round, and that will give you 24 stitches at the end of this round. Pause the video here, work your decrease round. Don't forget, each round you work, you want to add a little bit more stuff in as well, and I will see you at the next round. Alrighty, next decrease round is going to be a 2 double crochet UK turns or 2 single crochet US turns and then decrease. And that is going to mean that we have 18 stitches at the end of the round. That's 2 double crochet decrease UK turns or 2 single crochet decrease US turns, meaning you will have 18 stitches at the end of the round. Again, don't forget to stuff little and often at the end of each round as well, making sure that you get your desired firmness for your little plushie. Pause the video here, complete this round, and I will see you when you're ready for your next steps. So this is what we're looking like so far. Adorable. And basically all we've got to do now is do a couple more decrease rounds and then make sure you've got as much stuffing in there as you would like. So our next decrease round is a double crochet decrease in UK terms or single crochet decrease in US terms. So that's going to mean you get 12 stitches at the end of the round. So that's double crochet decrease UK terms or single crochet decrease US terms for 12 stitches at the end of the round. And then the next decrease round will be our last one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let you pause the video, come back when you're ready for the last decrease round. Don't forget to add a little bit more stuffing at the end of this round as well, because it's likely going to be the last time you're going to be able to shove some stuffing in there as well. See you for the next steps. And finally, all you're going to do is decrease around 6 times, which is going to leave you with 6 stitches, and then you will fasten off and close your hole. So decrease around 6 times, and then I'll show you after you've done that exactly how you're going to fasten off your little chick, and closing the hole in construction we will leave to the very end. So how I fasten off is I do a slip stitch and then another slip stitch and then pull up a little loop, and then I will fasten off with enough of an end to sew my hole closed, and then just pull the loop through that slip stitch that I made, and then that is your plushie fastened off. Next we're going to make our wings, and to do this you're going to need to start with 6 double crochet UK turns or 6 single crochet US turns in the magic ring again. And then we're going to increase in 3s and then in 6s. So what that's going to make the point of the wings. So you're going to also want to make 2 of these wings. I will show you how to make 1, but you're going to want to make 2. So that's 6 double crochet UK turns or 6 single crochet US turns into your magic ring, and you will have 6 stitches at the end. Pause the video here, get your 6 stitches, and then we will do the next steps of our wings. Alrighty, so we have our first round, and then the next round is going to be a double crochet increase, and you're going to do this 3 times, not 6. And at the end of this round, you're going to have 9 stitches. So that's double crochet increase UK turns or single crochet increase US turns, and you'll have 9 stitches at the end of the round. Pause the video and then come back here when you have your 9 stitches. So that's our 9 stitches, and the next round is going to be 2 double crochet UK turns or 2 single crochet US turns and then an increase, and this again is going to be 3 times, and you're going to have 12 stitches at the end. So 2 double crochet UK turns, 2 single crochet US turns, and then an increase 3 times for 12 stitches at the end. Pause the video here, get your 12 stitches, and then come back when you're ready for the next step. Alrighty, next round we are going to do double crochet increase 6 times this time, and that means you're going to get 18 stitches. So 1 double crochet UK turns or 1 single crochet US turns and then an increase, and at the end of this round you will have 18 stitches. And what should start to happen is you'll have a little point at the end of your wing, and then they will start to round out, so you're going to get that little sort of flared wing shape. So double crochet increase UK turns, single crochet increase US turns, all the way around until you have 18 stitches. Pause the video and meet me here when you're ready for the next steps. So our next steps are to do 2 double crochet increase all the way around, that's UK turns, or 2 single crochet increase all the way around US turns, and that will give us 24 stitches, and this is our last increase round for the wing. So that's 2 stitches and then an increase all the way around to give us 24 stitches. Pause the video here, and when you're ready, come back and do the next round. So that is our increase round completed. What we're going to do now is we're just going to put 1 stitch in every stitch around. So 1 double crochet UK turns around or 1 single crochet US turns around for 24 stitches. If at this point you have any problems, let me know in the comments below. And if you're enjoying making up your little chick so far, chuck a like on this video. I cannot wait for you to see the adorable little flower crown that we will be making for her very shortly. So that is our wing round completed. We are now going to start the decrease rounds, and what we're going to do next is we're going to do 2 double crochet decrease around. So that's 2 double crochet UK turns and decrease around, or 2 single crochet US turns and decrease around, and that will mean that we get 18 stitches. So 2 double crochet UK turns around or 2 single crochet UK turns around and then decrease for 18 stitches. I am going to let you pause the video, come back when you have your 18 stitches, and then we will go for the next steps. Just a quick one, a reminder that you need to make 2 of these wings, and the next round is the last round. So we are on the last round, and the final round is to double crochet decrease around UK turns or single crochet decrease around in US turns. You will see that we are making a nice little point and then curve to our wing, and this is going to be the last round, and then you will fasten off at the very end of this round, leaving a tail for sewing. Now, when you're leaving a tail for sewing, you don't need to leave a tail that's 2 miles long. Just leave roughly 15 to 20 centimeters. It will be enough for sewing a wing on. So that's 1 double crochet decrease UK turns or 1 single crochet decrease US turns all the way around, you will have 12 stitches at the end of your round. Pause the video here, don't forget to make 2 wings and fasten off, leaving a tail for sewing. Next, we will be making our flower crown. So to make our flower crown, you're going to need whatever colour you want your flowers to be, and you're going to start with a magic ring, and then all of the petals are going to be done in a magic ring. So this is the only time you're going to need to pull this ring closed. I would leave it open ever so slightly. I know what chenille yarn can be like when you're doing a magic ring with it, but ever so slightly, just to give you enough room to work with. The first thing that you're going to want to do is chain 2. So chain 2, that's 1 and 2. And then you're going to put 2 half treble stitches into the magic ring. So that's 2 half treble stitches, or in US terms, 2 half double crochet stitches into the magic ring. Now, if you would like a full tutorial of a half treble stitch UK terms or a half double stitch US terms, you can find one of those on my Learn to Crochet playlist, which I will leave linked down below. Once you've done that second half treble, you're going to then chain 2 again. So that's 1 and 2. And then we're going to slip stitch into the magic ring. So that's your first petal completed. You're going to want to repeat that process 4 more times to get 5 petals. And then you're going to want to make 3 flowers. So repeat that process 4 more times to get 5 petals. I'll leave the instructions on the screen. And then make 3 of those flowers. So pause the video here, go back and forwards if you need to get those instructions bob on. What I'm going to do is encourage you to pause the video, make up your 3 flowers, and then we will show you how to make the vine for the flowers in the next section. So for the vine of the flowers, you're first going to start with a slip knot, and then what you want to do is you want to chain 8. So start with the slip knot on your hook, and preferably in green, but whatever colour you want works, and then chain 8. And this is going to be a series of chains and popcorn stitches. So if you're a little bit of a lover of texture, then this is the one for you. And then once you have your 8 chain, you're going to count the 3rd chain from the hook. So you're going to count the 3rd chain from the hook after you have your 8 chain. And then you are going to make a 3 treble popcorn in that 3rd chain from the hook. So I'm going to show you how to do this. So yarn over, insert your hook into the stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, but don't complete the stitch, yarn over again, and then insert your hook back into the stitch again. This can be a little bit fiddly. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, but again, don't complete the stitch. And then do that 1 more time. So you want to yarn over again, and then push your hook through the same stitch. Be a little fiddly now. We're getting lots and lots of clusters in there. Push your hook through that same stitch, yarn over, pull through, and yarn over, pull through 2. And then this time you are going to yarn over and pull through all of the loops that are left on your hook to complete the stitch. And you can then push that popcorn stitch out to the other side, and that will give it a little bit of a bump. You're then going to chain 8 again and repeat the process. So you want to repeat the process 4 more times so that you have 5 sort of popcorn leaves and 5 chain 8s. I'm going to let you pause the video and repeat that process, and then come back to me when you have completed your last popcorn stitch. So we have our last popcorn, and now all we're going to do is chain 8 and then fasten off. And that will give you the vines for your flowers to sit on. So chain 8 and fasten off. and then pop them to one side, because what we're going to do is we're going to do all the construction at the end. We're going to make our feet and beak next, and then we will construct our little chick at the very end of the video. So next we're going to make our feet, and we're going to make them in orange, and the very first thing that you're going to do is do 6 double crochet UK turns or 6 single crochet US turns into a magic ring. So 6 double crochet UK turns or 6 single crochet US turns into a magic ring. Now these feet are going to be very simple. This is going to be a really nice way to show you exactly how you can use simple shapes in amigurumi to create things like limbs and features. So 6 double crochet into the magic ring or 6 single crochet US turns into the magic ring. Pause the video and come back when you're ready for the next steps. So we have our 6 stitches, and now what we're going to do is increase in every stitch around. So 2 stitches into every stitch around, which is going to give you 12 stitches at the end of your round. So increase in every stitch around. When you have your 12 stitches, come back to the video and we will go through the next steps of our little feet. So now we have our little feet. All we are going to do is do 3 rounds of double crochet UK turns or 3 rounds of single crochet US turns. That's 3 rounds of double crochet UK turns or 3 rounds of single crochet US turns. And when you have completed your 3 rounds, come back and we will go through the next steps. So we now have our 3 rounds of double crochet, and you can see our feet have grown a little bit. Now what you want to do is decrease around. So decrease around 6 times. That is going to leave you with 6 stitches. Don't worry about sewing your hole closed for these. Just leave a tail to fasten off. And of course, make sure that you make 2 of these. When you've made both feet, come back and we will make the beak, and then finally, we will go through construction of our little chick. If you're enjoying this so far, chuck a like on the video and make sure you stick around to see how to pop your little chick together. And finally, our final piece of our chick, our beak. Now this is really simple. All you're going to do is make a slip knot and pop your loop onto your hook. And then you are going to chain 4. So chain 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then what you're going to want to do in the second chain from your hook is you want to create a double crochet UK turns or single crochet US turns. So that's double crochet, single crochet in the second chain. In the next chain, you are going to do a half treble crochet UK or half double crochet US turns. And in that final chain, you are going to do a treble crochet UK turns or a double crochet US turns. And that is as simple as we need to make our beak. And then fasten off, leaving a tail for sewing. And we are nearly there. We are going to construct our little chickadee. Alrighty, construction time. So the first thing that you're going to need to do is sew the base of your chick closed. If you do not know how to do this, check out the amigurumi tips video that I have on my channel. But essentially what you're going to do is weave your thread in and out through the final stitches of that bottom loop and sew the hole closed. And then once we have done that, we are going to pop our feet on first. Alrighty, it's time to stick our feet on. Still can't get over how bright neon this orange is on the screen. So you don't need to close your hole from the feet because you can just sew through it underneath the base. What you want to do is align your feet sort of underneath the eyes, but sticking out a little bit, out turning as we would call it in the physio world. Just a little bit of the body, just to give it sort of that chick duck kind of waddle effect. And then sew the feet to the base of your chick. Now, one thing that you can also do if your feet are sticking out a little bit more is use an anchor stitch on the forefoot of your feet. And the way to do this is to, once you've sewn your feet onto the chick at the back of the feet, pop your needle back in and then come up through the body where the forefoot would sit, and then put a little anchor stitch through that forefoot. So we'll just show you that in real time. So come up through this is where the forefoot's going to sit, and you want to come up through the body here with your needle. And then what you're going to do is pull that all the way through and then do a stitch through where the forefoot of that foot would be, just to anchor it to the body. And then what that will mean is your feet will sit a little bit flatter. You don't have to do this. I just think it looks a little bit nicer, a little bit more aesthetically pleasing, and in this case means your chick can stand on its own as well. Once you've gone through the foot, just go in the next most sensible stitch into the body and come back out at the back of the foot. And what that does is that just anchors that foot nicely to the body, like so, and gives you a little bit more of a foot that's flat to your body. So don't forget, your chick needs 2 feet. Pop your 2 feet on. Then we're going to sew wings, a beak, and the flower crown together. I realise this has been a long video, but it's so worth it at the end. We've got our 2 feet on, chick stands on its own. We need to smash that beak on, which we're going to do now. And then the last thing to put on are our wings. Now, what you want to do is line your wings up with your beak and sew them to your chick exactly as you have done your feet. You can, again, put a little anchor stitch on the wings as well, but you don't have to. And when you have popped your wings on, then come back and we will pop everything together, and we'll see our chick in all of her glory. The last thing to do is pop our flower crown on. Now, all I did with my flowers was tied them to the green stem. Nothing fancy, literally just tied them to wherever I wanted them on the green stem. And then all you need to do is pop your crown on the chick's head. You can tie it at the back, you can tie it under the wings, you could pop it on a little bit of elastic if you wanted to. You can sew it onto the head. It's completely up to you. You don't have to have a crown, but you can have a crown. This pattern is completely customizable to your tastes. I hope you enjoyed making your little chick. Please let me know in the comments what colours your flower crowns are going to be, and if you enjoyed this pattern, please chuck a like on this video, and don't forget to tag me in your makes on Instagram. New videos are up every Wednesday and Sunday. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.